An MLB insider just dropped a massive Red Sox update, and this is perfect for the Boston Red Sox heading into the 2026 MLB season. We get you the latest updates on a key player in this offseason, all right here on Red Sox Digest. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you tuning in to today's show. Big day across Boston as Jarren Duran signs a contract. That does not mean he will be here for the rest of the season. He could easily be traded in the offseason, so put that out there. But today, and in this video, we're going to talk about Trevor Story. We're going to talk about what exactly went down today. That is a huge thing for him and the next two seasons, not just this upcoming year. We start with the report. Jeff Passan, Boston Red Sox shortstop Trevor Story, is not opting out of his contract. Sources tell ESPN. So, Trevor Story, who had a opt-out here in the back end of his contract, he is not going to opt out, which is a very good thing for one big reason. It seemed like it might have been a good thing for him. Jeff Passan in an article saying, quote, his productive 2025, coupled with a lack of middle infield options on the free agent market, increased the possibility he would re-enter free agency, end quote. But we know now that Trevor Story says, I like what we're building here, I've got a good paycheck here, and I've got 2 more years that I want to be a part of the Red Sox organization. And so we welcome Trevor Story back here with open arms. Huge thing here from Tyler Milliken. Again, 2 years remaining on that contract. So something that is or was going to be a major concern if he opted out, because the middle infield, as Jeff Passan just mentioned, the middle infield free agency class this season is really, really bad. In fact, the only person that I would argue is worth paying anything to is going to be Bo Bichette. And if I would have to guess, I think he will probably end up back with the Toronto Blue Jays. So you don't have to worry about it. Trevor Story is somebody you don't have to worry about. You don't have to try and sign him back. But you get him for the 2026 season and the 2027 season. And for how good of a season he had, for what a comeback year I would call it he had, for him to come back, for him to show the confidence in the organization, it just increases my respect for Trevor Story. And I've had so much respect for him since he signed with Boston. And even when it wasn't going well and he was getting injured, and it was really, really frustrating for Red Sox fans and for people really across Boston, he continued to have the same sentiment. I want to be out there on the field. I want to help this team. And this year, he got that chance, and he did exactly what he said he would. He helped out this team. He was a huge part for so many different reasons. Having him in the early part of that batting order, I mean, he was the only guy who could really bat in the 4 spot. For whatever reason, the 4 spot was a death sentence for pretty much every Red Sox batter we put in there. But Trevor Story took it. He played well, and I'm glad he's going to be back here in this upcoming season. Now, what does this mean for the rest of the Sox, and how does this work with Trevor Story? Well, let's first look and kind of talk about what we can expect from him over the next 2 seasons. We know that his career was very, very good in Colorado, and he was a fantastic player in his time there. Since coming to Boston, it's been a bit of a different course. He has actually had probably his worst batting averages over a 3-year span with 238, 203, and 255 in 22, 23, and 24. But the biggest thing, he never played over 100 games in either of those seasons, and he played in just 43 in 2023. And in 2024, he dove over on the Angels field and popped his shoulder, got injured, and he only played in 26 games. And the fact that he was trying to come back should show you how much Trevor Story cares. But injuries have been somewhat a part of his career, but you go back to him coming onto the scene in 2016. He finished with 27 homers, but he had 7 homers in his first 7 games. It was an MLB record at the time. He is a fantastic player. He is a fantastic asset to have. His WAR this season at 3.8 is the highest he has ever had with the Boston Red Sox. And so for the Red Sox to have him back, the expectation, I think, moving forward is to have this year's Trevor Story. The average, it was okay, 263, but on-base percentage over 300, a slugging of 433, and an OPS over 700. It's what you can expect and what you can take. The hope is that maybe that slugging percentage can go up. I am going to say that I'll accept what we got this year, and if that can happen again, I will clap and be happy and be very thankful. This is where, though, I think I might take a turn from the rest of you. If you look at the Red Sox and their shortstops and the defensive play in the infield in general, We know that the hope is for third base to be covered by Alex Bregman. We're not worried about that. Really do think he's going to come back. At first base, it's Tristan Casas, and then your middle infield options are tough. David Hamilton can play second base. Romy Gonzalez can play second base. Marcelo Meyer can play second base. Christian Campbell technically can play second base, but I don't think they will put him back there. But who is the best second baseman? Who is the best shortstop the Red Sox could have? Personally, if we are going to be legitimate about the fielding of Trevor Story, it went downhill this year. It did. If I am the Boston Red Sox, if I am Alex Cora, I am making Trevor Story's role a little different in this upcoming season and putting him at second base. Not full-time, but he will play second base whenever Marcelo is going to be on the field. Because if Marcelo is playing, he is the better defensive shortstop. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And in that case, if you have Alex Bregman, which the expectation in my head is you will, I believe you will have one of the better defensive left sides of the infield in the entire MLB. I really do. You think about the play of Marcelo Meyer and what we saw from at third base, not at shortstop, at third base. And I would be remiss to say that putting Marcelo at second, with how much he's going to play next year, hopefully, is the right choice. I don't think you take Trevor Story off shortstop forever. I don't think it's like a Rafael Devers situation. Throw your glove away. Like, no. We want you to play a middle infield is what we want from Trevor Story. So, for instance, if there is a righty on the mound, then Marcelo Meyer is going to be playing shortstop. Trevor Story will play first, and first base will be Tristan Casas. If a lefty is on the mound, then Romy Gonzalez will play either first or second, and then Trevor will play short. And at first base, you can play Tristan if you want. I'm curious to see how much they trust him, and I'd obviously love to have Kyle Schwarber or somebody first base. I mean, I know Kyle Schwarber's probably not going to play first base, but besides the point, there's ways where you can work around that. So that's where I kind of look at this and say that you really should have Trevor Story be a middle infield guy, and I think he plays every day. I'm not saying that he doesn't have to play every day. He just, because of the defensive work from him and for lack of a better term, the decline we saw this season, I believe it'd be best suited for the organization if now that you know you have him for 2 years and you're going to have Marcelo for, if you don't trade him, 6, I think you play Marcelo at short when he's on the field. I know he's going to be platooned for a lot unless he gets something going, so you should play him at short. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. When he is on the field, I don't think there should be a question that he's not at shortstop, because wasting his defensive ability at second base is hard. If we were willing to play Christian Campbell and the defense that he had at second base for over a month this season, then we really shouldn't waste the defensive ability of Marcelo Meyer at second. We can put Trevor Story there and be just fine. Plus, you kind of forget Trevor Story, when he first came to Boston, played second base because we had Xander over there at short. Obviously, that was switched quick, but I mean, we've been kind of vying for a shortstop now because, well, Trevor Story was injured for the past 2 seasons after that. So I think in my mind, if you get Trevor Story here and you obviously have him here, if he's going to be an everyday player, that's great. I want him to be, but he should not be playing every day at shortstop. You can move him from second and short. And if we go by the model that unfortunately Craig Breslow has, I think in some aspects they could play him at DH every now and then just to give him a day off of the field. So I don't know. What's your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you think Trevor Story should play second base? Do you think that I'm being dumb and that he should stay at short and that the defensive decline this season was not based on anything for him? But I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and we will see you next time here on Red Sox Digest. Peace out, guys.